Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is Smackdown Live. We are a very, very long way until the Smackdown exclusive pay-per-view. Somewhat 4.5 weeks, I think, at this point now. It's a long ways to go. Smackdown Live are aware of that, but they are doing their best week in and week out to put on shows that we can have an enjoyment watching and really, you know, just see what this brand is all about and see who is shaping up for what heading into that SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view. We don't know the name of anything like that, but we do know for sure, of course, that it is happening. And one man who will want to be on that pay-per-view no matter what is none other than the man you see right there, Dolph Ziggler. Once again, Ziggler's going to come out here and have something to say. Ziggler has not been in singles action since his victory over Shinsuke Nakamura over a month ago now, at this point, I want to say. And tonight, Dolph Ziggler will come out again and have a few things to say regarding maybe his plans for the future, what he wants to do on SmackDown Live, who he wants to go after. It may well be the case that we could be in for something interesting from the show off here tonight. But that is not all for our main event here on SmackDown Live. We are in for a pretty good one, if you ask me. It is going to be John Cena going one-on-one against the leader of the DCC and Chris Sabin. Two men who are looking for that victory to lead them somewhere, perhaps towards a title opportunity at that SmackDown Live exclusive pay-per-view. Only one of them is going to get the win here tonight, of course. Who will it be? Both of them with a good stick of momentum behind them. But the question is, who gets the win here tonight and who pushes themselves further up on the pylon towards a shot at a title? Time will only tell, but we're going to find out that later on tonight. And we're going to kick things off here tonight, though, with a very interesting contest. Prepare for some strong strikes in this one as Raymond Rowe is going one-on-one against Kevin Owens. So let's see how this one will go. We saw the other member of War Machine, Hanson, in action last week. He went one-on-one against the DCC's Kane. Well, now Raymond Rowe is going to go one-on-one against Kevin Owens, a man on a mission, it seems. Almost a rebel without a cause type mentality to him, it feels like. You never really know what he's getting up to with Kevin Owens, and he just seems to always be in a position where he can get some attention going for himself. We saw that last week at the end of SmackDown Live following Kazuchika Okada's victory over Randy Orton in the main event. Orton was getting up to his feet, showing that he was still standing after the match with Okada, but instead of getting his moment, to take a round of applause from the SmackDown Live crowd for an entertaining main event, instead Kevin Owens snuck out from the crowd or wherever he had come from and attacked Randy Orton to close things out on SmackDown Live. A very odd image, certainly, to close out the night. That was weird in its own right. I'm not really too sure what I make of it. And simple fact of the matter is now that Kevin Owens has once again got a target on his back. He has put a target on his own back, it seems, with the Viper. It doesn't seem like there's anything on the line about it yet. Doesn't seem as if there's anything to do with a title. Doesn't seem as if there's anything to do with anything personal. It just seems as if Kevin Owens just did it for the sake of doing it. And I wonder if that'll play into his matchup here tonight. If Kevin Owens is going to just wrestle here tonight with his intentions of just messing around, or just like being the man who, so long as he has attention going for him, he is a happy bunny. I'm not too sure with Kevin Owens. What I would do, though, if I was Kevin Owens, undoubtedly, is I'd keep an eye over my shoulder and a pair of them on the back of my head as well for the arrival of a potential Viper. Because the truth is, you never know when Randy Orton can strike. You never know where he'll strike from. All you know is when he does strike, you are not getting back up to your feet after that RKO comes down on you. The matchup, anyway, is underway between Raymond Rowe and Kevin Owens now to kick things off on SmackDown Live. Raymond Rowe, not someone we're used to seeing in singles action, but we'll be looking for a big win here tonight. Imagine what a win over the 4-time WWE champion would do for him. Kevin Owens, though, going to do his absolute best to make sure that that does not happen. Owens with Raymond Rowe up on his shoulders, sharing a buckle bomb early on there. Another entertaining night of SmackDown Live action on its way. Some big matches going on, especially in the women's division as well, which is certainly going to be something to pay attention to. Big time clothesline there, and Kevin Owens goes down as Raymond Rowe turns things around in this matchup now for him. Difficult to say where War Machine are in terms of the tag team rankings. You know, former tag team champions lost the belts to the new WWE tag team champions, the Guerrillas of Destiny, back at Judgment Day. And I do wonder, you know, where where War Machine rank, you know, because they're certainly not getting their immediate rematch because the Gorillas of Destiny did not want their immediate rematch. And in the same breath, the Gorillas of Destiny are also getting themselves involved, or was certainly getting themselves involved before Money in the Bank anyway, with Finn Bálor. So I wonder if that has anything to do with anything at all. Never know with SmackDown Live, for as much of a good brand as it is, as much as solid wrestling we get out of it, there is that air of chaos to it where you can never really tell what's going on, and you never really want to estimate what could go on either. So there's always that you've got to take with you, it feels like. We have got some entertaining matches lined up, though, here tonight. Particularly, I'm looking forward to that tag team matchup later on. Package fall-away powerbomb there by Kevin Owens now as he is taking an early bit of control here against Raymond Rowe. It all depends on how Kevin Owens wants to work in this matchup. Is he looking to just finish this matchup as quickly as possible? Is he looking to mess around with Raymond Rowe here? He's looking to bait him in, maybe. I'm not too sure what Owens has in store, but right now I do. There's a cannibal senton by Kevin Owens. Raymond Rowe, though, with a strong counter. He's starting to fight back a little bit here. Look at the strength of this man now. Backbreaker, and he's holding him in position. Will he look for another one? He will, and he'll get it. Raymond Rowe is certainly trying for victory here, but Kevin Owens doing his very best to deny him. Owens now has him in position. Pop-up power bomb to the brawler. Raymond Rowe could be done, but Hanson choosing not to follow the rules, getting himself involved there, and trying to keep his partner in this one. Oh, what a move there by Kevin Owens. Into the cover, he goes after it. Will this be enough? It will not. Kick out early on from Raymond Rowe, and it makes you wonder, would Raymond Rowe have been able to kick out of the pop-up powerbomb with or without Hanson's assistance? Kevin Owens now. Oh, good God. Cannonball! Owens just came absolutely flying down on Raymond Rowe there. Could that have been enough to finish to seal the deal, to finish the job here? He covers Raymond Rowe. He hopes it's enough. Rowe able to kick out at 2, though. I think Kevin Owens now starting to get frustrated. I think he wanted this match to be closed out by now, and the fact that it hasn't is bringing irritation towards Kevin Owens. Oh, here we go now. Owens is going to look to finish this one off now. Owens breaker drills him into the mat. And his knee into the back of his head as well. And I think he wants to finish it right now. This one looks like it's on its way to being over in the worst way possible for Raymond Rowe. Package pile driver from the sadistic Kevin Owens. This is over in Kevin Owens' mind. He covers Raymond Rowe, and once again Hanson chooses to get involved. The shake of the head by Kevin Owens. He is not happy with this. Covers him again, and still, oh, look at that. I mean, you know, it was all worth Raymond Rowe trying to help his tag team partner out, but in the end it was just too much, and I agree with the referee's decision there. He evicts Hanson, cover on Raymond Rowe, who just barely kicks out at 2. But now he's on his own. And Kevin Owens doesn't seem as if he wants to waste a second longer. Tearing at the face of Raymond Rowe now. Almost looks like he's holding on the cheeks more than what he is actually going for a legal submission hold. But the referee viewing it as a submission hold regardless. Will Raymond Rowe tap out here? Can he submit? Raymond Rowe refuses to. He counters Kevin Owens there. Oh, but look at this. Just Kevin Owens in total control right now. Owens is going to be happy that Hanson is out of here and he can try and finish this match up now. Crossface on Raymond Rowe. All the damage he's done to the head after that package pile driver as well. You can see why Owens thinks it'll be enough. He has it locked in here. Raymond Rowe crawling. He is so close to those ropes. He can almost touch them. He can almost make this. He can almost get that break, but no. He forces his own way out of it. Look at Raymond Rowe now going with a flurry of strikes there. Raymond Rowe might look for a big upset win here despite everything he's gone through. Raymond Rowe looking for a belly-to-belly. No, countered by Kevin Owens. Irish whip off the ropes now. Raymond Rowe hoping for something. Owens counters it though into an Irish whip of his own. That is a very intricate reversal by Owens. Is he feeling like the end is on its way? He certainly is. Now it's time for Owens to end it. Pop-up power bomb from the 4-time WWE champion. And this one is over. Owens tearing apart War Machine in his own way. And the attention at this moment goes to Kevin Owens as he is victorious in this one. Owens, your winner to kick things off on Smackdown Live. And it doesn't seem as if there's any Randy Orton on its way. Kevin Owens, regardless of that, will celebrate the victory to kick things off on Smackdown Live. So long as Owens wins and the spotlight is on him, he is happy. He's going to keep the spotlight on him as Kevin Owens. He wants a microphone. He wants to keep on talking. Owens with the microphone in hand now, and he directs this towards Randy Orton. Almost stone cold stare at him as he talks about this. Randy Orton in his mind was in Kevin Owens' spot. Not just in the spot of the main event of SmackDown Live, but in the spot of fighting Kazuchika Okada. That's Kevin Owens' spot. And now it's his job not to make sure he gets the spot at Okada, but to make sure that Randy Orton doesn't get that shot at all. Business is on between the two, and it'll be Kevin Owens' pleasure to end the business with a victory. And that is business sealed for Owens. He wants Randy Orton. He wants him in the ring. He wants to do business with Orton. And he wants to walk out of it the undoubted victor of it all. Kevin Owens. And his sick mind has another target in its sights. The Viper, though, can be just as twisted up there as Kevin Owens. This one could be a battle of mind games between the two for the weeks to come. So here we keep on going on SmackDown Live. After that, Kevin Owens involvement. We move on to our next contest. I'm not too sure what I'm not too sure what Kevin Owens wants to do with Randy Orton in that regard. I'm not too sure why Kevin Owens is willing to pick a fight with Randy Orton, but it certainly seems as if he's willing to run his mouth. The question is, can he run his mouth against the actions of the Viper, who is well known for being someone to take an initiative, go with it, and make you pay for going with said initiative. We'll see about that one. But anyway, we are moving on here tonight to our next contest of the evening. It is Jinder Mahal and Bobby Fish of the Dangerous Alliance going up in tag team action against the Young Bucks. Both teams are going to try and get somewhere, I guess, in their careers. And I guess both guys of the Dangerous Alliance having to adapt to their new careers as well. I mean, just think about it. Just at WrestleMania, both guys were world champions heading into that evening. Thankfully, both guys didn't leave with the world titles, which is, what a tragedy for them indeed. In case you couldn't tell, I'm being awfully sarcastic about that one. But yes, the Dangerous Alliance will compete here tonight against the Young Bucks in a match that can kind of go either way as a result of experience having a lot to play with it, and, both sides are hungry as well. They're hungry for that opportunity. They're hungry for that chance at the gold, at the Gorillas of Destiny, I imagine. Because only one can really get it. Although we'll see if these two will even be the teams to try and get it. I mean, the SmackDown Live Tag Division is absolutely stacked. Look at the tag team that was in action before this in War Machine. You look to the Usos as well. You look at Future Shock. There are so many teams that can fight for that opportunity at those titles, and they no doubt in my mind do some of them absolutely deserve it as well. However, 3 of the 4 people in this matchup are former tag team champions. Of course, Bobby Fish with Kyle O'Reilly and Red Dragon, and of course the Young Bucks as well, former tag team champions as well. They held those belts for a good number of months before losing them to War Machine. But the Dangerous Alliance are going to seek their own titles as well, and their first is a duo as well, which would be something for them to achieve. I'm sure they'll be hoping to achieve it as well, but here come their opponents for the evening, the former tag team champions, the Young Bucks, looking in good spirit. It's one of the first times we've seen the Young Bucks in action since Kenny Omega went away to ECW, but that just kind of goes to show that, how much the SmackDown Live Tag Division's kind of gotten stacked with everything that has happened. the teams, even like the Young Bucks, had to be pushed aside for all that has been going on. Really says volumes about this division. But this is going to be a strong tag match here tonight on SmackDown Live. Still a long way, of course, until their pay-per-view, but they're still putting on some strong matches in that regard. This is a tough match for the Young Bucks, of course. No doubt about it. You look at who they're taking on in this one. You look at the duo that they're taking on. Like I just said, former world champions. Bobby Fish, the longest reigning champion in the history of this universe. 390 days. Jinder Mahal, a 6'5" machine. Bit of a powerhouse in his own right, and a brawler as well, and a guy who's certainly not afraid to bend the rules to get him exactly to go the way he wants them to. And of course, they have that evil mastermind, conniving snake on the outside in Paul Heyman. If things go a little bit wrong, wheelbarrow suplex there from Jinder Mahal in the early goings of this one. Jinder looking to turn about his recent luck on SmackDown Live, still without a victory since joining the roster in the supplemental draft, much to the dismay of the Raw general manager, Dario Ranallo, but he seems to have found his own little, he's always got someone he can worm off of on that roster, it seems. Bobby Fish now tagged in here. The 3-time WWE champion, the former Intercontinental champion, the former WWE Tag Team champion. And something that is kind of surreal to swallow about nearly all of them by the tag team titles is that Bobby Fish has the longest reign for them all. He has the longest reign as WWE champion. He has the longest reign as a champion. And if memory serves me correct, and I don't think that record has been broken yet, he has the longest record as Intercontinental champion as well, clocking in at some 7 months. So here we go anyway. We're going to focus back on this tag match here. Nia Jax in off the tag, and he has been absolutely flying away there at Bobby Fish, but the involvement of Paul Heyman there, and now Jinder Mahal also getting involved. The numbers game just working too much to the advantage of the Dangerous Alliance there. Capture suplex now by Bobby Fish, and Nia Jax, goes down. Just seeing the beat down here in the corner by Bobby Fish. Of course, he knows what he's doing in this ring. That's not really much of a surprise. I've said this. I say this almost week in and week out at this point. You don't become a WWE champion for 390 days by just being lucky. You have to have a degree of talent. You have to have a degree of skill. You have to be one of the best there is in order to achieve that right. This is a good fight back from the Bucks right now. Nia Jax certainly giving his own fight to Jinder Mahal here and looking to try. What has he got in mind here? Headlocked in the legs and face first. Wraps it around. Cover here by Nia Jax. Nicely done. Going to try and get an upset over Jinder Mahal here, but the former Mr. Money in the Bank and world champion kicks out at 2 there. This actually hasn't gone that bad for Nia Jax, that to be said. He's been fighting pretty well on his own. Ropung DDT there to Jinder Mahal. The Monday Maharaja struggling a little bit there. Jinder trying to make it to Bobby Fish, but Nia Jax does a great job of stopping that one. Oh, wow. 450 there by Nia Jax. He's going to go for the cover after it here. Will this be enough to finish off Jinder Mahal? Jinder trying to show that it certainly isn't with an early kick out. Can he get him locked in here? Nope, pops his head out. Here comes the counter now, though, by Nia Jax. He is making sure that Jinder Mahal can't have control in this matchup right now. This is going great for Nia Jax. I'm going to say that again. It's going really good for him, but the distraction here by Paul Heyman, that's going to allow the tag to be made. In comes Bobby Fish here. Fish going to use that tag to the best of his abilities right now. Brainbuster onto the knee. Oh, no. Oh, no. Is this going to be the end? Is all of Nia Jax's fighting going to be for nothing? Fish hook. Nia Jax goes down. Cover on Nia Jax. Jinder gets in the ring. Matt Jackson, though, in the ropes. Sorry, not Matt Jackson. Nia Jax in the ropes. That wasn't going to pan out the way they wanted it to. Bobby Fish up high. Is it going to work the way he wants it to? It will. Moonsault there. And now the tag's going to be made, though, into Jinder Mahal. It certainly seems as if the Dangerous Alliance have locked their sights on finishing Nick Jackson off here. Running knee, and Jinder lines himself up in position to end this one. This might be it for Nick Jackson. Jinder Mahal with the Coloss. Are the Young Bucks done for here? No, Nick Jackson kicks at it too. They did everything there to make sure that that would be over. Took care of Matt on the apron. Tried to take care of Nick as well. Nick, though, fighting on here. Oh, what a lariat, though, to bring him down. And Jinder Mahal now. Jinder trying to get a little bit desperate for victory here. Trying to use his weight advantage. He covers Nick, but Nick Jackson kicking out. Plenty of time to spare there. Is it a result now, though, of Nick Jackson being in this match too long that he's now completely on the back foot and he's now susceptible to the beatdown from the Dangerous Alliance here? Because, of course, that could be the case. Back suplex here by Bobby Fish, and he'll get all of it. Matt Jackson trying to get the tag in, trying to get his brother out of this matchup, but that's not working out the way he wants it to. That's what happens when a 3-time WWE champion comes after you. Bobby Fish almost became Mr. Money in the Bank, it has to be said, at Money in the Bank, but that didn't pan out the way he wanted it to. Cost himself and others the chance to stop Roman Reigns. There's that rope hung DDT again. Can Nick Jackson do something to turn things around here for him? Face buster. Oh, but look who's getting involved again. Paul Heyman getting involved. And Bobby Fish will take full advantage of that from behind. Back suplex countered there. He stands on his feet. Oh, what a counter by Nick Jackson. This could be big trouble. This could be huge trouble. Tag made. Oh, yes. More bang for your buck. Could that end it here? Matt Jackson decides no, he's going to go up high. Matt Jackson wants to fly here against Bobby Fish. Willing to risk it all for victory. Oh, and he gets that chop to the head there. Jinder trying to get that tag in. Fish slips out of the way. Forearm in the face now. Matt Jackson fired up here. Snap German suplex. But the tag is made, and the modern day Maharaja is in. Although only for a second. Doesn't seem to have gone too well for him there. Matt Jackson's completely shut down Jinder's attempted maneuvers here, or not, in the corner. Oh! Running shoulder tackle, and now the former world champion might go to work here in his own way. Jinder, of course, much stronger than either of the Bucks, and he's going to use that to his complete advantage right here, right now. Looking to break them down piece by piece. Again, that running shoulder tackle. Matt Jackson tried to get up to his feet there, but that absolutely didn't go the way he wanted it to. Jinder effectively on his own right now, but still fighting pretty damn strong, it has to be said. Jinder Mahal, middle of the ring, in front of Paul Heyman as the camel clutch applied here. Will Matt Jackson be forced to submit? No, that is great from Matt Jackson to slip his way out of it. Counter, though, by Jinder Mahal. Oh, no. No. Jinder with a Coloss to Matt Jackson. The cover. Nick sent over the ropes, but oh, no. Oh, no. I thought they'd be able to do it. I thought Nick had done just enough to make the save there, but no, it wasn't enough. The Dangerous Alliance are victorious in this one. What a shame. What a shame indeed. I was really hoping for a huge upset there. I was hoping for a Young Bucks victory, but no. Matt Jackson, it seemed, had tried too much maybe in that matchup, or the Young Bucks were just too worn out in their own rights, and by the time that tag was made, it was too late. The job was done. It was finished. That sucks. It also sucks because Jinder got the win, but I have to give props specifically in that match to Nick Jackson. He fought like an absolute hero for him and his brother. And you saw at the end there, he sent Fish up and over that top rope. He was going all out to try and be victorious, but it just wasn't enough. Anyway, we're going to move on to our next contest now. Coming up next, we of course have seen the problems going on in the women's division with one Nia Jax, and she'll be taking that out on the woman she attacked last week in Ember Moon. We'll see how that one will go. I think that one's going to be a very personal matchup. We'll see. It's up next. So let's give the rundown of what's happened regarding this women's division over the last few weeks. So, we had Sasha Banks, who was supposed to go one-on-one, I think, against Nikki Cross. That didn't happen because out came Nia Jax to attack Sasha Banks. She put her through a table. Sasha Banks hasn't been seen since then. It was then said by Nia Jax herself that she wanted to make sure that she wasn't on the, she wasn't on the back foot in any sense. So she wasn't pushed aside by these new names. It was about Nia Jax. It was Nia Jax's time. It was Nia Jax's name that was getting out there. She wanted to be the champion, and no one was going to stop it. She proved that last week when Ember Moon fought Paige. Ember Moon beat Paige, but she barely got any time to celebrate her victory because out came Nia Jax with that Samoan drop to Ember Moon, floored her in the ring, and Ember met backstage after it was done. She managed to, make her way backstage, and she said to the SmackDown committee last week she wanted Nia Jax here tonight on SmackDown Live, and the SmackDown committee were more than happy to let it happen. They warned her that it might not be the smartest idea, but Ember Moon just said, I want this to happen. I want my revenge for what happened last week. Ember Moon wants to show that, in a way, Nia Jax can say what she wants to say, but the fact of the matter is Ember Moon is not going to let her do what she wants to do. If she wants to be SmackDown Women's Champion, she's going to have to go through people like Ember Moon. Ember's fought for her position. She's not just going to cough it up for this woman and move alongside. So with that being said, Nia Jax heads towards the ring right now, ready for this one. You can tell from the glare on her face that she is simply here to cause pain to her opponent, but it seems as if Ember Moon has the same plan in mind. She is going right after Nia Jax here on the entrance ramp. If she wasn't allowed to celebrate her victory last week, well, Nia Jax isn't allowed to make her entrance here tonight. That seems to be the mindset of Ember Moon. Oh my goodness! Some 6.5 foot up in the air there went Ember Moon before clattering into the mat. And now Nia Jax just stomping away at Ember. Oh my god, look at this from Nia Jax now. Just repeated stomps down there onto Ember Moon. But Ember with the counter. This one's breaking down before it has even begun here on SmackDown Live. Kind of goes to show the enemies that Nia Jax is making on this SmackDown Women's division here. Kicks the leg right out of Ember Moon though, and just pushed her backwards. Nia Jax almost mocking her there, just telling her stay down. And I don't think Ember Moon took that one too kindly. Running face buster there early on. Ember Moon trying to get a few things going for her here. She's going up to the top rope while we see Nia Jax recovering. Meteora there, but she didn't get all of it. She definitely didn't get all of that one, but she got enough to put Nia Jax off her feet. Here goes. Nope. Never mind. Oh, what a lariat there. Nia Jax now just going to use her absolute raw power to take control here. Face buster in the turnbuckle. Jesus. Cover here now, but Ember Moon fighting on too much to allow something like that to put her down for good. But this is absolutely an uphill battle here in order for Ember Moon to be victorious here tonight. Nia Jax wants to talk about being the champion. Well, if she keeps on going the way in which she is in this match, and if she keeps on shutting down any hopes of Ember Moon fighting on in this one, she could be certainly on her way towards it. Ember, though, trying to make sure that that won't happen at all. Double knees in the chest there, and Ember Moon starting to go after her a little bit here. Nice twisting neck breaker by Ember Moon. She knows how much weight she's giving up to Nia, and she knows she's going to have to work her way around this one. She knows she's going to have to use the strength advantage almost of Nia Jax against Nia Jax. She's going to have to try and keep her down as well. And that is absolutely easier said than done with an opponent like Nia Jax. Nice hold, though, being applied by Ember Moon right now, but no surprise. Nia Jax is absolutely going to be able to use her power to just force her way out of it with relative ease there. Great fight back here by Ember Moon. Still going on, though. She is showing so much heart and perseverance. Oh, no. Oh, to that. Oh, God, into that. That slam there with Nia's weight coming down on you as well. How quickly she can turn things around in this match. When Ember Moon seemed to have something going for her. Stopped in a moment by Nia. Face buster there. Face first into the mat. And this could be enough to finish things up here. Oh no, Nia Jax hoists her up with ease. Samoan drop. Lightning strikes twice for Ember Moon. And it may well be the second victory here for Nia Jax as of late. She covers Ember Moon with 2 and 3. Nia Jax beats Ember Moon. And she certainly seems to be on her way towards that SmackDown Live Women's opportunity. We may still well be a good number of weeks away from that pay-per-view, but Nia Jax wants to make sure that no other woman is around to deny her the opportunity at Becky Lynch. She wants it to be her and Becky Lynch for that title, and ain't nothing gonna change that. Not Ember Moon, not Nikki Cross, not Paige, and certainly not Sasha Banks. And most importantly of all, of course, not Becky Lynch. We'll see how that will wind up. You saw that Ember Moon, though, that pride she had in her for the women of SmackDown Live. She launched her way at Nia Jax, but in the end, Nia is just too much. It may need to be a group effort to try and keep her down, which makes me worried for Becky Lynch as well. At the SmackDown Live pay-per-view, she gets her opportunity after. We'll see about all of that, but of course that is some ways to go. Anyway, before we get to that, we're going to move on to our next contest now. It's been a really good night of action so far, especially with that tag match. We're going to keep the great action going on, though, because coming up next, it's Ricochet against Finn Bálor. Well, we're going to be in for a fun one right now, aren't we, between these two incredibly talented athletes. We saw Ricochet last week kicking off SmackDown Live with a victory in a triple threat match against Sheamus and Cody Rhodes, and now here tonight he goes one-on-one against the former Intercontinental Champion in Finn Bálor. I am very excited to see how this one will go. I'm looking forward to how this one will end up going. I think both men, highly talented in their own right. Both men very able within this ring. They've proven it on more than one occasion, and what kind of excites me is that even though Ricochet and Kota Ibushi are a team, of course, as Future Shock, as I talked about earlier, they haven't really, they haven't exactly been like forcing themselves to work as a team. They haven't exactly been forcing themselves to always go in tag team matches, or they haven't been getting annoyed that they've been going in singles matches. They've been doing these matches just because they are that good. They're allowed to do those matches. It's not like there's concern over if they do it or not, that the team will fall apart. They trust each other, they respect each other, they know what each other's abilities are. And I like that. I really like that about these two guys. And Ricochet's abilities get to be shown here again against Finn Bálor. He previously challenged Finn for the Intercontinental Championship. And so I kind of wonder where... I just lost where I was with my point. I kind of wonder where Finn Bálor is, though, mentally. I wonder if, after what happened to Money in the Bank, is... Or even before it, was the effect of what the Guerrillas of Destiny have been doing to him with all the attacks and the always, kind of sensing that they were there. Did that leave an effect on Finn Bálor? I'm not making excuses for why Finn Bálor lost at Money in the Bank. I genuinely believe he lost because AJ Styles was the better man on the night. That's the only way that I can see, that I can effectively say that he won. That Finn Bálor lost and AJ Styles won. It's because AJ Styles was just the better man that night. But I do wonder, now that we're out of this, and now the Intercontinental Championship is no longer around Finn Balor's waist, is this a mindset now for Bálor where he has to worry, now about the Guerrillas of Destiny? Is it now a case where Bálor Club and the Guerrillas of Destiny are destined to meet? Is it a case where Finn Bálor is wanting to get his hands on Tama Tonga, Tangaloa, and Bad Luck Fale after everything that's gone on? Is it now Finn Balor's time, with the Intercontinental Championship away from his waist, to not be the one who feels almost at the centerfold of every attack that ever commences on SmackDown Live, like he was at Judgment Day, essentially, when you had him and Shinsuke Nakamura, and then Dolph Ziggler, and then the Guerrillas of Destiny? Is it now a case for Finn Bálor to focus on those guys and to focus on Finn Bálor's retribution as well. Because I kind of hope that it is the case for Bálor, you know, because I don't want this being the case where it consistently goes on and he's there just consistently trying to focus on victories and focus on a title match when every corner he turns, he is having to focus on where every corner Finn Bálor makes, he's having to focus on the DCC, or he's having to look over his shoulder for the worry about the DCC. I don't want that happening for Finn Bálor. I don't think that should happen for Finn Bálor. You know, it's not cool for something like that to happen to a talent like Finn Bálor, but here tonight he can't keep his own focus on that. He's got to focus on Ricochet right now. So we'll see if Finn can turn things around here tonight. Certainly a victory needs to be on the card for the leader of Bálor Club following what happened to Money in the Bank. And of course Finn Bálor may have other things on his mind as well after Money in the Bank as well. Maybe a trip towards the Gorillas of Destiny after everything they did before the pay-per-view to try and mess around with Finn Bálor, to try and get under his skin. Finn's going to have to, you know, maybe get his own back at them. But of course that may revolve either going down the route of Bad Luck Fale or the Gorillas of Destiny. In either case, that is a tough route to go down no matter what the situation is. Look at that chain wrestling there, though, by both men. Ended in a stalemate between the two. Here we go. We continue on here in what is a great match here tonight to witness. But, yeah, you know, I do wonder what is up next for Finn Bálor. It certainly seems as if he hasn't focused maybe on the Intercontinental Championship match as much. Then again, the Intercontinental Championship rematch as much. Maybe, you know, I am just kind of filling in the blanks there. I mean, Finn's this is only his first match back since losing the belt just over a week ago at Money in the Bank. So, could be that Finn maybe wants that rematch. But if I was Finn Bálor, honestly, I'd think about that belt another day. And I'd want my revenge of the Gorillas of Destiny. But, you know, as I just mentioned, the only real way to get your revenge against them is either to go after Bad Luck Fale, which is, you know, a mistake that can easily be made, or go after the Gorillas of Destiny, which means that Finn Bálor, A, needs to find a tag team partner, and B, needs to find his way through this incredibly stacked tag team division. But, you know, Finn Bálor certainly has a personal vendetta against the Gorillas of Destiny either way, so you can kind of sense that something may well be on the cards to happen at the end of it all. And of course, here tonight, Finn Bálor would appreciate a big victory over Ricochet as well. He would like that to happen very much so, but Ricochet wants to get a win over Finn Bálor as well. It would mean an awful lot for him. Great counter there by Finn as both men share control in the early stages of this match. A powerbomb attempt. Big time counter by Ricochet. Sunset flips into the count here. There's one. And a kick out by Finn. Saito's, no, back suplex there by Ricochet, and Finn Bálor in a little bit of trouble here. Hurricanrana now, and maybe Finn is still reeling after losing his Intercontinental Championship. Maybe he is a little bit off the money after that. You know, it was a spectacular match of Money in the Bank, but maybe Finn is not at his absolute peak yet. Maybe it's a case where it's going to take Finn Bálor a little bit to get going in this one before he is back to normal. Downward spiral there to Ricochet. Elbow drop as well to the one and only. And Finn Bálor now starting to maybe get things going a little bit here. He is starting to get that momentum riding up within him. Finn Bálor now has Ricochet up in the air, but couldn't get what he wanted. I'm not too sure if he was thinking buckle bomb or not, but he didn't have it in him to pull it off whatever he was hoping for. Finn, though, another good counter brings down Ricochet. And Finn's going to go up high here relatively early on in the matchup still. Good splash there, connects onto Ricochet. Cover after it, looking to put away the man here. Only a 2 count, though, will he get from it. However, that still gives promise. You know, a 2 count this early on in the matchup certainly shows signs that he can get one over on Ricochet, but he has to go at a high work rate here, I imagine, to try and get the win over him. Here you go, another Tiger suplex on its way. Lovely move to witness, but only a 1 count after. It's going to frustrate Finn Bálor, I imagine. I think Finn certainly is still feeling the effects of Money in the Bank, if you ask me. He doesn't look 100%. He doesn't look like he's right, I guess would be the right way of saying it. It doesn't look like Finn is normal. You know, he looks a little bit off. Maybe there are, you know, still things playing on Finn's mind. Maybe he is frustrated at what happened, at losing that Intercontinental Championship. But either way, Finn Bálor has to focus on the right here and now. Otherwise, he could suffer a loss here to Ricochet. That would mean even more problems for him going forward. And Ricochet maybe wants that to happen here. Tiger suplex. Well, Ricochet will hit a dragon suplex there. Finn Bálor almost curling up from the impact of it there. Let's see what will happen here now. Is Ricochet going to take them into the turnbuckle? Yes, he is. Irish whip into the turnbuckle. I think I have an idea of what Ricochet's going for. There's the standing corner in Ziggler, but Ricochet doesn't need the turnbuckle for it. Ricochet standing 450 splash. And he goes into the cover to try and look for Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ricochet's face tells the whole story. A kick out right away there. Finn Bálor in no mood to play around there. But he might not be up any longer. Face buster by Ricochet. And that could put Finn in the perfect position. Maybe not. I thought he was thinking 6:30 there. I guess he decided against it. And that may have cost him because Finn now has counted him here. Discus forearm and Ricochet goes down. Kick in the gut there by Ricochet, though. Both these men still able to counter one another. Saito suplex stuffed. Oh, going to look for a powerbomb now, though, is Ricochet, and he will get it as well. Powerbomb to Finn. Finn's arm underneath the rope, though. If I was Ricochet, I wouldn't be doing this confident little stalling. Oh, but he might be on his way for victory. Ricochet could be looking for something big here from behind on Finn Bálor. Not going to happen. Finn stuffs it. And now Finn in the corner there drives him down with those maneuvers. Finn is fighting back right now. Finn wants this win badly, but so too does Ricochet. Neither man willing to give in here. But Finn Bálor wants to prove that Intercontinental Championship or not, there is no stopping the leader of Bálor Club. Finn Bálor up high here. Is he thinking superplex? Top rope. Falcon Arrow. And they both go down. Ricochet stays laying on the mat. Finn Bálor pulls himself to that top rope. Finn Bálor winding himself up here. Coup de grace! And a victory over Ricochet could be on its way to go with it. Take a look at that. Down on the one and only. Covers Ricochet with two. No, it's a kick out. And Finn can't believe it. Finn Bálor thought he had it there. He wished he had it. Ricochet kicking out at two, though. Oh, but that has just brought Finn Bálor about to want to do it again. There is this aggravation within Finn that he wants victory by any stretch. A second coup de grace. That's it in my eyes. I don't see Ricochet kicking out at two. 1, 2, 3. Finn Bálor wins on his return match since losing the Intercontinental Championship. But you know what? I don't think he's alright. I don't think Finn was at 100% there. He seemed a little bit different. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. I talked about this being the case, and it most certainly is. The Gorillas of Destiny do still have a personal vendetta with Finn Bálor. Bad luck Fale is here to make sure that that is the case. Spear by Fale. Oh, no. Oh, no. Finn Bálor's in huge trouble. Bálor's in tremendous trouble here. Fale going to be the sender of the message, courtesy of the Gorillas of Destiny. Bad luck fall to Finn Bálor. He goes down, and the Gorillas of Destiny can stand tall over a man they once regarded as their friend. What does that say? What does that say about the Gorillas of Destiny at Smackdown Live? It says that they don't give a shit around here. So long as they're on top, they're gonna do whatever they want to do. And that sickens me. We're going to move on, though, but just before our main event, coming up next, we're going to be hearing from the show-off, Dolph Ziggler. I wonder what Ziggler has to say, and Yeah, I mean, after what we just saw there, I'm a little bit miffed, so let's just get into it. Take it away, Dolph. So here he comes towards the ring in the midst of everything that's going on in SmackDown Live. Dolph Ziggler certainly knows what it's like to be chaotic. Last time we actually saw Ziggler, he did talk, and he said he wouldn't want to be on SmackDown Live until he had something big going for him. It seems as if Ziggler, well, you know, since we haven't seen him since then, it seems as if Ziggler hasn't had anything big going for him. Maybe that frustrates the show off a little bit. Maybe he wants something to say about that all. Ziggler with microphone in hand talks exactly about that. Been watching from the sidelines these last few weeks, and he's seeing guys like Kevin Owens, Chris Sabin pop up. Dolph Ziggler not around. Dolph Ziggler with no big matches. Ziggler's disgusted by this. Ziggler finds this to irritate him. And in Ziggler's mind, there's only one thing he wants to do as a result of it. Ziggler is going to go on the offensive now. But he doesn't want Okada. Okada can wait before Ziggler takes that WWE Championship away from him. Ziggler wants something else and someone else. He wants the Intercontinental Championship. He wants AJ Styles. All Ziggler hears about is how phenomenal AJ Styles is. Well, let's put that to the test. Let's see if AJ Styles can put his money where his mouth is. At the next SmackDown Live pay-per-view, it doesn't matter to Ziggler where, when, or how. Dolph Ziggler is going to become the Intercontinental Champion. And AJ Styles' show will be off. Ziggler just challenged AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship. He is here to win gold. He is here for that title, and ain't no one and nothing gonna stop him from getting his hands on it. Styles, you have one hell of a challenger coming your way. Well, how about that? Dolph Ziggler is not going to wait around any longer for a chance to be gifted to him. He's going to go out there and take a chance himself. Ziggler challenging AJ Styles. And we're still about 5 weeks out. Or 4.5 weeks out, I think would be the better way of saying it. From that SmackDown Live exclusive pay-per-view. Fair play. Dolph Ziggler just wants that opportunity and he'll stop at nothing to get it. Well, we'll see how that'll go for him. But as for right now, we're going to move on to our main event of the evening. It is John Cena against Chris Sabin here one-on-one. After what has been a hectic night of SmackDown Live action, let's see how this one winds up going. John Cena prepares for this big matchup here. He prepares for a chance against Chris Sabin and a victory here that could put him not in contention for the Intercontinental Championship now, but because it's the main event as well, and all the eyes are going to be on Cena, the WWE Championship. I think that just makes sense when you think about it. You look at the people in the main event scene. You know, you look at the people who Okada's beaten thus far. You know, Shibata and Bobby Fish. You know, you look at the fact that this is the main event of SmackDown Live as well. There is no doubt in my mind that Cena and Sabin here tonight, whoever wins, certainly is on their way towards that title opportunity. And with Orton and Owens getting invested with one another, there's a real question over who is going to be So everything I just said again got talked over because I'm stupid. Right. There's a lot of ideas of who could take that title. I don't know how far I got to, but I'm gonna go from where I said. I mean, Orton and Owens occupy with one another. Finn Bálor seems to certainly have problems with the Guerrillas of Destiny that need to be resolved. Trying to think of some others now. Dolph Ziggler just said he wanted AJ Styles. Jinder Mahal and Bobby Fish are nowhere near the rankings capable of that one. So that leaves a lot of, Shibata was just beaten. So that leaves a lot of room for people like your Sabins, your Cenas, your Ibushis, to jump into a golden opportunity that is awaiting them. Certainly seems as if Chris Sabin wants to try and make this opportunity his. He was up Money in the Bank and he put in one hell of a performance. That leaping cutter off the ladder on Roman Reigns. Just absolutely risking it all in order to be the Mr. Money in the Bank. Of course, he didn't end up having it. It went to Roman Reigns, of course, but the idea remains the same. That Sabin would like Mr. Money in the Bank, and he's going right after Cena in the early goings of the matchup there. Snap German suplex to John Cena. Cena looked as if he was maybe thinking a collar and elbow tie-up just to start things off, and Sabin came blasting in there. And now Cena's on the back foot in the early stages. Just goes to show how strong Sabin is, and there's the leaping cut by Chris Sabin now early on in this one. Goes to show how strong Sabin is, though, that he is he is able to hit something like a snap German suplex so early on in the matchup. Cena, though, oh, wow. Single hatch neck breaker there by Cena, and now he's starting to go after Chris Sabin here. Strikes to put him in the corner, and John Cena starting to go to work here. Tornado DDT. We saw Kane last week defeating Hanson in one-on-one action, but that certainly seems to just been a little break maybe for the DCC and for Chris Sabin. Now Sabin here tonight in the main event. If he beats John Cena, could we be on our way towards a new #1 contender? The same can be said actually if Cena beats Sabin here tonight. A great chance for both men being gifted, but only one of them is going to get the opportunity really to get close towards that title opportunity at Kazuchika Okada. The Rainmaker is here tonight, but he's not in action. Taking time off after his hellacious match at Money in the Bank, and then just a few nights later on SmackDown Live, the DCC getting involved now. Kane with a distraction on Cena. Backbreaker, neckbreaker combo. And Sabin is in control now. Cena has rolled to the outside here, and now look what's happening. All of the DCC are getting involved. They're crowding around Cena here. Daniel's staring down Cena, and that has allowed Sabin here to maybe take advantage. Hurricanrana on the outside of John Cena now. This is what happens when the numbers game work in your favor. But Cena's just batting that one away right now. He's trying to focus off from the DCC and just focus on Chris Sabin individually. Ring pole shot there for Sabin, as Cena looks to turn things around a little bit here in his favor. Going to restart the count. I don't think Cena knew. I don't think Cena knew if Sabin was going to make it in time or not. But either way, he's going after Sabin right now with the same amount of force that John Cena always has going for him. Into the barricade, and then the ring apron there went Sabin. And now back in the ring with John Cena in control. Great bit of strength by Cena showing in this one as he hits that Michinoku driver. Now cover on Sabin, but look at how early Chris Sabin was able to kick out there. Elbow drop, and Sabin went down with it. Here goes Cena now. Electric chair position. Face buster. Followed through with it as well, just for that extra bit of a additional pain caused to Sabin. Nicely done indeed there by John Cena. What has he got in mind here? Cena going to perch himself. He's going up to the top rope. Oh my god. Leg drop from up high by Cena on Sabin. Big time move hit by Cena there, and he goes for the cover on Sabin, hoping to have put him away, but Sabin really showing that is not the case. The former NXT champion just got too much going for him. Lariat there brought Cena down. And Chris Sabin's turned things around now. He's in control here. Or not. Hard elbow in the face there by John Cena. And now Cena starting to roll away here. Getting those big moves in, and he's denying Sabin time and time again. But here goes Sabin. Hurricanrana from the top rope. Beautiful. Beautiful from Chris Sabin there. I may not like the guy, and I may not like the DCC, but there's no doubt that Chris Sabin is a phenomenal athlete. And he's showing it here. Sabin now looks to fly, but Cena moved out of the way there, denying him that opportunity. But he's able to draw on the gun there much quicker than Cena was. Sabin brought Cena back in the ring now and has resumed control of this match again. A little bit of DCC assistance so far, but nothing to the extent where Cena has been completely, on the back foot as a result of it. There was a distraction from Kane, but that's kind of been it. Sabin again, though, with that snap German suplex to Cena, dropping him essentially on the top of his head. That is going to hurt Cena. And another leaping cutter as well. What else has Sabin got in mind here? Is he going to fly here? He's calling Cena up to his feet. He might have something big in store here. He's going to take flight. Looks for a drop kick. Cena moved out of the way there. Nice move by Cena now, and he can maybe take control in this one. Cena now snaps in with a DDT. And Sabin goes down. John Cena now starting to fly away here on Chris Sabin a little bit. Oh, big running lariat there. Cena in no mood maybe to think about that shoulder tackle. Covers Sabin here, but an early kick out there denies Cena the chance to hope for victory. Cranking his neck to the side there. That causes a lot of damage when you think about it. Up and over the top rope here. Cena could be in trouble. Cena is in trouble. Sabin twisting the neck around here. Rope hung neck breaker. An even harder impact to land down on. Sabin knew that though. That's why he went for that move. And sent into the corner again here now. Chris Sabin firing up here now on John Cena. Runs right into the double knees, does Cena. Running drop kick as well. Now Cena needs to do something quick. Sabin going to launch himself into the turnbuckle. Cena moved out of the way there. Nicely done by Cena, but oh, Sabin just too much there. Step up in Ziggler and Cena goes down. Chris Sabin. Sabin bringing in. Oh, no. Stabilizer there. Sabinizer. I believe that's how it's pronounced by Chris Sabin. He's going to look to finish things up here. He's going to look for victory. He is going to look to defeat John Cena. He puts him up on his shoulders. Chris Sabin. Cradle shock to John Cena. Will this do it with 1, 2? Cena kicks out at 2. Not yet, Sabin. Cena says otherwise. Oh, look at how Sabin, though, tries to maintain control in this one. Sabin, though, gets stuffed by Cena, who hooks him in. Cena, attitude adjustment, no! Sabin countered it. Sabin with a leaping cutter, but he can't capitalize. Both men are down now. But Cena's moving first. How does that work? Both men trying to force themselves up to their feet. Sabin managing to get up to his feet first. Only puts him back up on his shoulders. Sabin hooks the legs in. Cradle shock. But Sabin couldn't go for the cover. Did he not have it in him? Did he think Cena would reach the ropes? I'm not sure. Sabin just couldn't go for the cover in that moment. He dragged Cena away from the ropes. Closer to the center of the ring. Will this do it? Yes, it will. Chris Sabin beats John Cena. And I think the end of that match was on its way when Sabin denied Cena the chance to get that attitude adjustment in. Sabin, your winner here tonight in the main event of SmackDown Live. Says a lot about Sabin's ability there. He is the winner in this one. And it could be Chris Sabin, all things considered, on his way towards that shot at the WWE Championship. Just run that through your mind. Just think about how that could be the case. We could be indeed in for Sabin versus Okada if all things turn out the way they do. We'll see about that. But either way, the DCC close out here tonight in control and their leader with a victory over John Cena. Maybe it is on its way. We'll see. A lot to talk about, though, coming out of this episode of SmackDown Live, and a lot for the SmackDown committee to think about as well. We'll see what their decisions will be in the following weeks. Still a long way to go until that pay-per-view. That is this episode of SmackDown Live. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys, and ta-ra.